The House has just 2 days before the July 4th deadline to pass President Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill. Yesterday, the Senate sent it back to the House after Vice President J.D. Vance issued the tie-breaking vote. But the bill is expected to face opposition in the House after language changes to the legislation. House Speaker Mike Johnson spoke with reporters yesterday about his goal to get the job done.
The President said it's his bill. It's not a House bill. It's not a Senate bill. It's the American people's bill. And my objective and my responsibility is to get that bill over the line. So we will do everything possible to do that, and we'll work with all of our colleagues.
Now let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion for much more. Nikole, good to see you today. What are the concerns you're hearing from lawmakers about this version of the bill?
Well, look, I think, the House feels like, or House Republicans, I should say, feel like they put a good faith effort and a good product forward, and only to see the Senate change it. So that frustrated some lawmakers. But more specifically, when you're talking about some of these more conservative members of the House Freedom Caucus, a lot of this comes down to spending, because the Senate version of the bill now adds $1 trillion on top of what the House passed. So for fiscal hawks like Chip Roy or Ralph Norman, that's a very difficult pill to swallow. More moderate Republicans, of course, have concerns about some of the changes to some of the Medicaid provisions, because the cuts are a bit steeper in the Senate bill. So those are some of the issues that they are trying to work through right now. We know that some members of the House Freedom Caucus, as well as some of those moderate members, are expected to meet at the White House today. So the White House insists that it is working the phones and doing all it can to try to assuage lawmakers' concerns.
And we know Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she says the president is meeting with lawmakers to talk about this bill. What are you hearing about this?
Yeah, well, as I said, obviously they want to get this over the finish line, so that is why these meetings are pretty critical today. We know the president's schedule is pretty clear and fluid, which kind of gives him that flexibility to speak with members. And look, he has been engaged in this process when he has to. We saw right before the passage of that Senate bill that he golfed with some of the senators. Obviously, he has come up here to Capitol Hill and did so before the House voted the first time on this package. So he remains heavily engaged. We've seen the vice president engaged as well as they try to advance their legislative agenda.
Okay, Nikole Killion on Capitol Hill for us today. Thank you.